I don't know about you guys, but I am pretty excited for this month's theme because this month is Harry Potter, and for us artists it's also Inktober. So this time I am going to be combining Inktober and Harry Potter and making an all-ink illustration of Harry, Hermione, and Ron from my view, how I first read them in the book. So what I have with me today, my handy dandy 2 sketchbooks. This is my normal sketchbook. It's lasted me quite a while, actually, which is surprising since, quarantine, not much else to do but read, draw, and homework. So this sketchbook is my Inktober sketchbook, and I have not completed all of the Inktober prompts. If you don't know what Inktober is, I have the prompts taped on my door, so I can't really take them down and show you, but I'll put up a little picture of it right here. What Inktober is this thing. It's a prompt list created by, I think his name is Jake Parker, and he puts out different prompts for every day of the month of October. And I heard there was a lot of controversy about Jake Parker and some of his Inktober stuff, but I was really excited about doing Inktober this year, and I didn't really have time to make my own prompt list, so I just went with his because I'm not really sure what all the controversy is about. I only heard that there was a controversy, but yeah, if you want to do Inktober, it's really simple. You just look up Inktober 2020 prompt list, and you can just start on whatever day you like best. I haven't particularly followed the days. Like, if I skipped a day and I was like, oh, I really wanted to do that prompt, then I just go back and do that prompt. But today I'm going to take the theme of Inktober and the theme of Harry Potter for the library's October theme, and I'm going to do an ink drawing of Harry, Hermione, and Ron. So yeah, let's get into the sketching. Enter Kindle. So I'm going to read little excerpts about each character, and I'm going to write down those characteristics, and then I'm going to sketch them out. Okay. We're going to start with Harry. Perhaps it had something to do with living in a dark cupboard, but Harry had always been small and skinny for his age. He looked even smaller and skinnier than he really was because all he had to wear were old clothes of Dudley's, and Dudley was about 4 times bigger than he was. Harry had a thin face, knobbly knees, black hair, and green eyes. He wore round glasses held together with a lot of sellotape because of all the times Dudley had punched him on the nose. The only thing Harry liked about his own appearance was a very thin scar on his forehead, which was shaped like a bolt of lightning. Okay. So what we have is small and skinny. I don't think we have to worry about Dudley's clothes because I wanted to draw all of them in their Hogwarts attire. Thin face, knobbly knees, black hair, and another thing about his black hair, I remember reading in the book he always said it was messy and he tried to push it out of his face and it always fell back, so we can always include that. And bright green eyes. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using colored ink or just black ink, but I'll figure that out when the time comes. Round glasses, and then the lightning scar. So we have all that. I actually wrote it down already. Voila, it's magic. So we have this. I'm going to do a sketch of how I think he would look. Like, pretend I've never watched the movies before and I have no idea what he looks like, and all I have to rely on for that picture of Harry Potter is my imagination. So that's what's going to be on this page. Well, as close as I can get it to my own imagination because I watched the movies before I read the books. So yeah, I'm going to do my best to try and make it look different from the movie, but I think the movie did a pretty good job of describing him. But I'm going to do it in my style, obviously, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to speed it up and turn some music on, and I'm ready. Let's get started. Okay. It's funny, he looks really annoyed in this one. So what I did, these are obviously very loose, very, very loose sketches. I have the whole thing right here. I started with the whole thing, which is kind of weird, but so I imagined when he got these Hogwarts clothes, he probably made sure that they fit him like just right, like not too big, not too small, because he had large clothes his whole life and he probably wanted something that actually fit him for once. So what I have, like I did the Hogwarts outfit in what I thought it would look like. It's not very defined. In fact, maybe I'll just erase some of that and I'll ink this one just so that we can kind of see what I was thinking. I kind of went for a different spin on this outfit. I didn't go with how it's normally portrayed in other drawings. So I had a sweater vest underneath, probably a little bit more tighter pants, and then maybe a little bit above the ankle boots, I was thinking. Either boots, I haven't decided yet. I don't know if that's weird. It's probably weird. But I'll either do that or just plain tennis shoes. And then we would have, I don't know if I want to do the little hat yet, because in the books, this is something that they completely missed in the movie. In the books, they wear like these little, tiny little hats like that. That's a person's face. I don't want to draw a side view right now. But they had like these little hats that kind of went like that. And they wore that for, I don't remember, I think they only showed it a couple times in the movie. But we're not referencing the movie. So, oh yeah, that actually looks kind of, I kind of like that. I think I'm going to stick with that. That's funny. So now he's annoyed, even more annoyed. Do I want it to have a brim? Maybe like a short brim? Okay. I'm thinking I'm liking, I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't think they had brims though. I think they were just caps. So I think we'll just leave it as a cap. Like that. They wore caps. And then his hair probably just went poof. Like you put the hat on, then it's poof all around. So here I have, I figured his scar would probably like right between his eyebrows, just like a little bit above. And I have his hair like hanging over his face, because in the book he tries to hide his scar with his bangs sometimes. And he looks way older here in this one than in this one. But it doesn't matter what age I draw him. It's my own drawing and I can choose what I want. So I think this is what I'm going to go with right here. Actually, I'm still not decided on the boots. So, Harry Potter's sketch is finished. Let's put Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Okay, so that's finished. We're going to turn the page and move to Hermione. Alright, so there really isn't much for Hermione, but one thing, when they first meet Hermione, she had a bossy sort of voice, lots of bushy brown hair, and rather large front teeth. So that's pretty much all there is to go on, so it leaves room for imagination, but I am definitely going to incorporate those two things if I can. Leaves lots to imagination. So yeah, not much else to say, but let's get started once again. Okay, is anyone else just loving this little cap idea? I think it's totally cute. I'm loving it. Okay, so this one, again, with the large face, I made her look very much older. But in this one, I kind of tried to, like she's holding a book, again, very loose sketches. So instead of like a shirt and long pants, I had maybe jumper, is that what you would call that? It's a one piece. It's a short sleeve and a short skirt, and then maybe knee-high socks, and then the robe. So, I was thinking maybe with the women's robes, the poof wouldn't be as subtle, like with other guys, the sleeve, with the guys, it's kind of like, and then kind of just large all the way until, and then it gets a little bit larger. But maybe with the ladies, it's a little bit thinner than like a big poof at the end. So it could be like those kind of sleeves, maybe. I think I like that. I think that's a good idea. So I'm gonna do that for the sleeves. Oh wait, no, why am I erasing that? I need that. Alright, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so here is Hermione. She's all finished. Last one is Ron, and then we can get to the full drawing with all three of them together. I am so excited! Yay! Okay, so Ron. She pointed to the last and youngest of her sons. He was tall, thin, and gangling, with freckles, big hands and feet, and a long nose. Oh, long nose. That's interesting. I don't do very many. Okay. So, one thing I didn't like that they did in the movies compared to the books was in the books, Ron was like, he was pretty brave in some areas, and he always stood up for Harry and Hermione against Malfoy, and Harry and Hermione always had to like kind of hold him back, like, Ron, stop, don't attack Malfoy. But I thought it was funny in the books, and then they kind of just made him a wimp in the movies. But that wasn't my choice. But that's what I liked about him, and I kind of liked how he had that, you know, he was the youngest son, but he always stood up for his friends, and I really liked that. But they didn't include it in the movies. Yeah, it kind of bothered me. Well, and on that note, honestly, this one might be my favorite so far. So I think I am really glad I decided to go with the caps. It's funny, they're all kind of lopsided at different angles. Well, they're all crooked to the right, but I'll fix that. I think this is a really cute design for him, and then he's kind of like unkempt, so I left his shirt untucked, and I went with tennis shoes on this design. Well, obviously loose tennis shoes. I think I like the tennis shoes a lot better than the boots, so we're gonna just go with that. That's Ron. I'm going to, I inked Harry's already, and I haven't erased it, but I think I'm gonna just ink everybody else's, meaning Hermione and Ron. I'm gonna kind of do some touch-ups, and I'm gonna ink it, and I'm gonna see what it looks like. And then I'm going to turn the page. Actually, should I bring in my Inktober sketchbook? We shall see. So the next step after this, after I ink these two, I'm going to decide whether to use my Inktober sketchbook or to use this sketchbook, because the Inktober sketchbook, it's pretty small. And if I wanted to fit all three of them on a page, I don't know if that will work. I might have to do just their top half and put it up here, or I can do full body and do it from here. Or I might do both. Never know. I guess we'll see. Okay, so this is the sketch I came up with Hermione, Harry, and Ron. I have my dip pen here, some black ink, and some water to clean my pen. So I'm just going to lightly erase my sketch, and then I'm going to start in with the dip pen. for the first time drawing them as a trio, it's not too bad. I tried to lighten up the ink with some water and give it a little spin so it didn't look as flat. Try to add some shadows and stuff, but what I didn't know is that if you try and put it over the ink that's already there, it reactivates the ink, which, I don't know, this ink's never done that before, so I'll have to look into it a little bit. But that is the finished drawing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have an awesome rest of your October, and I'll see you in November.